Mrs. Miles and Mr. Denader. Today we will embark on an enthralling expedition into the compelling realist acting of the legendary Christopher Walken. Join me as we dissect and appreciate key scenes from The Prophecy, Pulp Fiction, Catch Me If You Can, True Romance, and The Dead Zone, which I believe all highlight his skills. The reason for choosing Christopher Walken is due to his ability to infuse authenticity into his roles. I also chose him for his considerably amazing career, which is a testament to his genuine, relatable, and brilliant performances in all of his work. And I believe that this makes him a skeptical and encapsulating actor to study.
It's unusual to see someone your age in a church on a weeknight. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a sign of excellent character. You're not from here.
What are you doing?
Looking for something.
Did you find it?
I will. Found what you're looking for. Thomas.
Excuse me? Do I know you? How do you know my name?
You look like a Thomas.
Hey, look at me.
Want me to look at you? You know how you got that dent in your top lip? Way back, before you were born. I told you a secret. Then I put my finger there, and I said, shh.
We dive straight into the mesmerizing encounter between Archangel Gabriel and Thomas Daggett in the church, a pivotal moment in The Prophecy, as we witness Walken's embodiment of Gabriel. So let's dissect the three fundamental vocal elements that make this scene extraordinary. First, Walken's tone modulation is a sublime dance between celestial calmness and authoritative intensity. The quality of his voice contrasts with moments of commanding power, leaving us captivated by the celestial presence within the hallowed walls of the church. Secondly, pacing becomes a narrative force, mirroring the tension in Gabriel's words. Each deliberate pause and measured phrase builds suspense, drawing us into the celestial conflict and emphasizing the weight of Gabriel's revelations. Third, Walken infuses the scene with raw emotion, weaving performance that transcends the script. The intensity in his delivery, especially when discussing divine matters, immerses us in Gabriel's conviction and the significance of the unfolding events. In the celestial dialogue, Walken's masterful use of vocal elements elevates the scene, making it a haunting symphony that resonates with the essence of the prophecy.
Start for Captain Roadside.
Butch, stop watching TV a second.
Call Spinner.
Yeah? We've got a special visitor.
Spinner! Spinner!
Now, do you remember when I told you your daddy died in a POW camp? Well, this here is Captain Coons. He was in the POW camp with Daddy.
Hello, little man. Boy, I sure heard a bunch about you. See, I was a good friend of your dad's. We were in that Hanoi pit of hell together over 5 years. Hopefully, you'll never have to experience this yourself, but when two men are in a situation like me and your dad were for as long as we were, you take on certain responsibilities of the other. If it had been me who'd I made it. Major Coolidge, you'd be talking right now to my son, Jim. But the way it turned out, I'm talking to you. Butch. I got something for you. This watch I got here was first purchased by your great-grandfather during the First World War. It was bought in a little general store in Knoxville, Tennessee. Made by the first company to make wristwatches. Up till then, people just carried pocket watches. It was bought by Private Doughboy Orion Coolidge on the day he set sail for Paris. This was your great-grandfather's war watch, and he wore it every day he was in that war. And he'd done his duty, went home to your great-grandmother, took the watch off, put in an old coffee can, and in that can it stayed till your granddad, Dane Coolidge, was called upon by his country to go overseas and fight the Germans once again. It's time they called it World War II. Great-grandfather gave this watch to your granddad for good luck. Unfortunately, Dane's luck wasn't as good as his old man's. Dane was a Marine, and he was killed, along with all the other Marines at the Battle of Wake Island. Granddad was facing death. He knew it.
Transitioning now to Pulp Fiction, we enter the world of Captain Coons, played by Walken. Here, his physical acting transcends mere gestures. Every move, every expression, is a brushstroke painting the portrait of a soldier's legacy. The weight he infuses into the character's history is palpable, making us not just spectators, but participants in the compelling narrative. In this masterful display of physical acting, Walken employs three essential elements. First, his gait. Notice the deliberative, authoritative stride that reflects the character's military background, instilling a sense of discipline and authority. Second, his facial expressions. Every twitch and furrow communicates the weight of the character's experiences, providing a visual window into the internal struggles. Third, the use of space. Observe how he navigates the room, creating a dynamic and engaging presence that amplifies the impact of the scene. And fourthly, notice how he uses levels, showing that he controls the power in this room.
Mr. Abagnale, we don't usually loan money to people who have unresolved business with the IRS.
That's a misunderstanding. I hired the wrong guy to do my books. It's a mistake. Anybody could make it. I just need you guys to help me weather the storm.
Sir, you're being investigated by the government for tax fraud?
My store is a landmark in New Rochelle. I have customers all over New York.
Well, you're not a customer at Chase Manhattan. We don't know you. I'm sure your bank in New Rochelle, they know you. They can help you out.
My bank went out of business. Banks like this one put them out of business. Now, I know I made a mistake. I admit that. But these people want blood. They want my store. They've threatened to put me in jail. This is America right now. I'm not a criminal. I'm a Medal of Honor winner, a lifetime member of the New Rochelle Rotary Club. All I'm asking is for you to help me beat these guys.
It's not a question of winning and losing. It's a question of risk.
The largest bank in the world. Where's the risk?
Our focus now shifts to a compelling scene between Frank Abagnale Sr. and the bank representative. In this moment, Walken's controlled breath serves as a silent language, creating a palpable emotional undercurrent. As Frank Abagnale Sr. navigates the loan application process, Walken's breath becomes a subtle yet powerful tool for conveying the character's emotional state. It's not just a transaction, it's a moment with unspoken concerns and complexities. The controlled breath, characterized by measured inhales and exhales, reflects Frank Sr.'s internal contemplation. It transcends the surface of a routine interaction, hinting at the weight of a personal history and financial struggle. The pause between breaths adds a layer of authenticity, inviting the audience to discern the emotional depth between the seemingly normal setting and the issue taking over Frank.
Now you just wait a minute and listen to me. I haven't seen Clarence in 3 years. He shows up yesterday with a young girl, saying that he got married. He asked for some quick cash to go on a honeymoon. He asked me if he could borrow $500. I felt like helping him, so I wrote him out a check. We went to breakfast in the morning, and that's the last I saw of him. So help me God. They never thought to tell me where they were going, and I never thought to ask.
Don Vincenzo, non c'è niente.
Questo non è buono.
Stepping into true romance, Walken's portrayal of a mob enforcer interrogating Clifford Worley is a masterclass in subtextual brilliance. The reason for the subtext here lies in the power dynamics of the scene. Walken's character holds Clifford's life in his hands. Now let's explore three distinct ways Walken conveys subtext. First, through piercing eye contact. Each gaze has unspoken threats and demands. Second, the measured and deliberate pacing of his speech adds layers of tension, making every word carry weight. Third, the use of props. Watch how he handles a cigarette or a weapon, turning them into extensions of the dominance and control he has over Worley.
Hey, Elma! Hi!
Hi, what are you doing up there?
Oh, I'm waiting for you. How about a little smile?
She knows him.
What?
She knows him.
Why should I waste a smile on you?
You want to see something? It's the goddamnest thing.
What?
Come up here to the gazebo.
She knows him. Not scared. She knows him.
All right. Well, what did you want to show me?
Gazebo. You like that word, Elmer? Come here. Look at this.
Jesus, you. Let go of me. Is this your idea of a joke?
No joke.
Throughout our journey into the scenes, from The Prophecy, Pulp Fiction, Catch Me If You Can, True Romance, and The Dead Zone, Walken's authenticity becomes the cornerstone of his realist approach. His ability to embody characters, infuse narratives with emotional depth, and convey the unspoken has left a massive mark on the film industry as a whole, and is of course one of the main reasons why I chose him. The deliberate choice in vocal modulation, physical expression, breath control, and subtext shows Walken's commitment to portraying the human experience realistically. In choosing Christopher Walken, we celebrate an artist whose performance transcends the screen, reaching into the hearts of audience. His craft is not just acting, it's a second sense that transforms scripts into human experiences, making him a realist actor. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the realm of a truly exceptional actor, Christopher Walken.